you excited to be on a Saturday night? Yes, that's what I'm talking about. I'm very excited to be here. I am one of the UK acts that have come here today that are apparently not getting paid. That's news to me. Very excited to be here. I can already tell that this gig is going to go better than the one I did the other day. The last gig I did was in a bar in London. I got in there, I went straight to the bathroom. Inside the bathroom, there were 3 urinals. Urinal 1 was being used. Urinal 2 was not. And urinal 3 was being used. I saw that situation, and I went to go use the cubicle, and the 2 guys at the urinal saw that, and they started getting a little bit cheeky. They went, "Oi! What's the matter with you, mate? Bit shy, are ya? Bit shy, are ya?" And I thought, I'm not having this. My male pride got in the way. So I strutted up to urinal 2. And I took the biggest shit I've ever had. No one's making a fool out of me. No, I am very excited to be here. Very, very, very excited. I said I've had a bit of a weird week. The other day I went to the sex clinic. Give me a cheer if you've been. All right. Good for whoever cheered. So to the rest of the liars in the room, right? A sex clinic's a bit of a weird place. When you get in there, a nurse will invite you into her office and ask a bunch of embarrassing and personal questions. Question 1, Mike, when was the last time you had sex? I said 3 days ago. She said, did that include oral sex? And I went, you're fucking right it did. And I can tell she wasn't amused by my answer. 1, by her stern face. And 2, by how long it took her to return the high five. The last question they asked me this sort of place, she said, Mike, have you ever had sex with someone from outside of Europe? I said, yes. She said, okay, what country were they from? I said, Britain. Thank you, Malaga, for giving the STD joke the clap. Greatly appreciated. Now, it says I arrived in Spain yesterday. I got an Uber to the airport in London, and when I got in the Uber, the driver turned to me and went, do you know what, mate? I almost didn't accept this ride based on your score. Whoa. And I thought, fucking hell, what's going on here? Got my phone out, got the app up, checked my score. 3.68 stars as a passenger. What the fuck's happened here? I checked my history. Turns out in the last month, I received 3 1-star ratings from drivers. And when they leave you a score that low, they have to leave a comment as to why. Now, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to tell you what my comment said. And you guys try to guess how sober I was for any of these trips. Comment number 1, he kept challenging me to a rap battle. Comment number 2, he kept calling me a pussy because I wouldn't race other Uber drivers. And comment number 3, he tried to do a runner from a prepaid taxi. That's the sort of guy I am, apparently. Very excited to be here. I'm going to hit you with the big news, ladies and gentlemen. Got myself a girlfriend. Yeah! I mean, that's more enthusiasm than she shows about it. But thank you very much, Malaga. I am in what's called a mixed race relationship. Okay, so my girlfriend, she's originally from India. She moved to the UK 2 years ago. We've been together for 1 year, which means in the last 12 months, I have watched more Bollywood movies than the previous 35 years of my life combined. Now, if you've never seen a Bollywood movie before, don't worry, I'm going to tell you how all of them go. What happens? Man meets woman, they fall in love, one of their parents has a problem with it, there's a 25-minute dance sequence, and then they get married. And it's the same plot, regardless of genre. It could be a rom-com, a horror film, porn, doesn't matter, it's always the same. Now, because she grew up exclusively on Bollywood films, it meant I had the unique opportunity to introduce her to Hollywood films, to Western cinema. And I thought, what would be a good first film to introduce someone to Hollywood? And I chose the film Titanic. Because I thought that film's got a bit of everything. Drama, tragedy, tits. Again, what more do you want? We sat down, we watched the film. And at the end I turned to her, I said, so what did you think? She said, I thought that film was amazing. But I did not see that twist coming. And I went, what twist? She went, the fucking ship sank, Mike. Where did that come from? She thought it was a rom-com on a boat. I actually went to go meet her family recently in India, right? And she went, Mike, before we went, she went, Mike, I know you're a comedian, but you can't make any jokes. You can't take the piss out of anyone. You can't roast anyone, okay? This is far too important, and they already don't like you. And to show you the restraint that I showed Malaga, her brother's name is Ashok. And he is an electrician. And I can't say anything? Like, if I had a brother and his job was to inject Botox, and his name was Philip, fucking go for it. Or if I had a brother and he had a 1-inch penis and his name was Justin, again, have at it. Do you know what I mean? Right, one thing I haven't told you about my girlfriend is that she's a model, ladies and gentlemen. Oh yes, there's no joke there. I just bring it up whenever I fucking can. Right? And because she's a model, right, she has an absolutely beautiful face, an absolutely beautiful body, and I have an absolutely beautiful passport. Not as beautiful as it used to be in 2015. And I think that's why we work, right? And some people ask me, Mike, what's it like being in a mixed race relationship? Like, do you have like is it any different to being in a relationship with someone from the same race as yourself? And the answer is no, it's exactly the same. We argue over the same bullshit that everyone else does. Do you know what I mean? Mike, pick up your socks. Mike, it's your turn to cook. Mike, why are you on Tinder? Do you know what I mean? Same arguments everyone else has. Right? She said to me recently, she said, Mike, I can't trust you to do the washing up properly. Right? Which to me is insane, because she does trust me to pull out properly. I'm kind of feeling you can tell who speaks English the best by listening to laughing. Because I I feel like one of those has much higher stakes than the other. She's like, Mike, I don't trust you to get the tea stain out of the mug, but I do trust you not to turn us into a family. Oh, no, very excited to be here. No, I went to school at an all-boys military school. That's as fun as it sounds. It's the sort of place where toxic masculinity was on the syllabus. Like, we didn't learn any subjects that were considered feminine, like art, or drama, or French. Our head teacher said to learn another language is to mentally prepare to lose a war. It's the sort of place where during biology, when the teacher said, does anyone know what a cervix is? One kid put his hand up and said, is that what Jesus died on? And that kid was me. Now it says, I'm very lucky, I get to travel all over the world doing this. And tonight I'm in Malaga, ladies and gentlemen. Oh yes. As I say, I have a friend, he's never left England, right? And every time I tell him I'm going to a different country, he feels that he has the authority to tell me what it's like in that country. Right? I told him I was going to Dubai to do some gigs. And he went, mate, you want to be careful in Dubai? Don't do cocaine there. They don't fuck about. And I said, mate, I don't do cocaine here. Like, what makes you think I'm going to land in Dubai and turn into Charlie Sheen all of a sudden? Also, nowhere fucks about with cocaine. That's like super illegal in all of the countries. There is no Amsterdam equivalent for cocaine. There's nowhere you can go and they have cocaine cafes. And the running joke is you go into the cafe, ask the barman, oi mate, can I get some coke? And he says, is Pepsi okay? And then we all go, lads. It doesn't happen. I told him I was going to Australia to do some shows. He went, mate, you want to be careful in Australia's. Watch out for the animals. And I said, which fucking ones? Like, the sharks, the snakes, the spiders, any Australian who's had more than 2 drinks? And he said, no, you need to watch out for the koala bears. I said, why do I need to watch out for the koala bears? And he said, did you know that over 50% of koala bears have chlamydia? And I said, mate, what the fuck do you think I'm off to Australia to do? Because what that says to me is, Mike does look like the kind of guy that would fuck an animal, but not the kind of guy that would do it responsibly. Now, I'm trying to cut back on my drinking, ladies and gentlemen. Doing this, very easy to pick up a drinking habit if you're not careful. You spend most of your life in pubs, clubs, bars. Very easy to pick up a drinking habit if you're not careful. And anyone who's ever said they're trying to cut back on their drinking, it's because something happened. And ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to tell you what my something happened was. About 6 years ago, I came home from a bar and I was off my face. Now, has anyone else ever been so drunk that when they got home, they immediately needed a shit? Thank you for that laughter of familiarity, Malaga. Right, this was the situation I was in. I never needed a shit more urgently in my life. I ran upstairs, went in the bathroom, pulled on the light bulb cord, and the light bulb popped. And I thought, I haven't got time to deal with this. Oh, shit in the dark, it's fine. So I sat down, started the business, and it was at this point that my body decided that food coming out of just the one orifice was not good enough. And I had about 3 seconds to decide what I was going to do. Because I don't think my aim is good enough to be sick in the toilet whilst I'm sitting on it. So in my eternal wisdom, Malaga, I decided to be sick in a little hammock that I created with my trousers between my ankles. I know. And after I finished, I thought, right, I need to clean up. But remember, it's in the dark. So what I did, I got my phone out, put the torch on, held the phone in my mouth to keep it steady, so I can use both hands to clean up what I was doing. Ladies and gentlemen, this is the story about how I found out Facebook Live was a thing. I hope you guys had a good 2024. Did you guys have a good 2024? Yeah. Excellent. I had an amazing 2024. Best year of my life so far, to be perfectly honest with you. But it didn't start off that way. Early in 2024, I had a kidney issue, ladies and gentlemen. And it got so bad that I got rushed to a hospital. When I got to the hospital, the nurse said, Mike, we're going to give you the strongest painkiller that we're allowed to give. And I was like, get it! And they gave me a pill this big. And I said, I can't swallow that. And she said, you're not meant to. It was a suppository, ladies and gentlemen. Right, she just gave me the pill and then gave me no further instructions on what to do. She went to leave the room, and before she left, she turned to me and said, don't spit on it. And she was correct to do so, because I was definitely going to spit on it. And the thing is, I've never put anything up my bum before. And I tell you what, it's not as easy as it looks. Is it, mate? And do you know what I mean? Right, I tried everything. I tried going underneath, I tried going round the back. Okay, and I feel that I could be honest with you guys. My arsehole was not cooperating with me. Okay, I'm trying to put the pill in and it's just closing. Right? Like, to give you guys an idea, has anyone ever tried to feed a child vegetables before? Like, the closer you get, it's just like, That's what my arsehole was doing. So I had to try and trick it, ladies and gentlemen. So I got the pill, and I was like, here comes the plane. And my arsehole nearly fell for it. Right? I got this close. And at the last minute, it said, whoa! That's not a lady's tongue! Get away! And it didn't fall for it. And the thing is, it's not like there's any how-to videos on YouTube for this. And even if there was, I wouldn't click on those. That will fuck up your suggested videos for life. So I did what any normal person would do, ladies and gentlemen. I Googled it. Do you want to know what comes up if you Google how to put something up your bum? The best videos you've ever seen come up. That's what happens. Now, apparently I've taken too long, because by this time the doctors come back in and found me watching anal porn in the hospital. And she said, Mr. Franklin, what on earth are you doing? And all I could say was, well, They spat on it, and that seemed to do the fucking trick. Last year was a big year for me, ladies and gentlemen. Last year I turned 35.
Whoa!
Yes, thank you. And on my 35th birthday, Facebook sent me a notification. It went, "Hey Mike, here's something you put on Facebook when you were 19. So I thought, right, let's see what this guy has to say for himself. 19-year-old me had written a list. Things I want to accomplish by the time I'm in my 30s. So I thought, right, let's see how close I came to accomplishing 19-year-old me's dreams. First thing you put, own my own house. Bless him. Second thing he put, have a job that pays at least £100,000 a year. Not with the grades he got in school. This is the same guy who thought it was funny that his final grades spelled out the word fudge. This is the same guy on his first day of work experience on a construction site spent an hour and a half trying to find a fallopian tube. He wasn't a bright kid. So to celebrate turning 35, ladies and gentlemen, I went on holiday. Yeah. With my mum. Oh, there's some haters of my mum in the room. Fucking hell, is my dad in? No, because that would mean supporting my dreams. Of course my dad's not in. That got too real very quick, didn't it, ladies and gentlemen? Sorry about that. Right, I'm on holiday with my mum, right? Right? We went to Spain for 2 weeks. And about 9 days in, my mum started getting cocky. She wanted to order her food in Spanish. Oh yes. We were in Benidorm, ladies and gentlemen. There's no fucking need to speak Spanish there. Right? And she said to me, Michael, how do you order a chicken sandwich in Spanish? Now, most of you will know this, but for those who don't, the Spanish for chicken is pollo. And the Spanish for penis is polla. And ladies and gentlemen, I saw an opportunity to stitch my mum right up. The waiter came over and said, "What would you like to eat?" And with all the confidence in the world, my mum turned to him and said, "Hola, uno polla sandwich, por favor." The waiter started laughing. He looks at me, I'm pissing myself. And out of nowhere, my mum just goes, "Grande!" And you know what, Malaga? Pedro's been a pretty good stepdad so far. Ladies and gentlemen, I was with Michael Franklin. Thank you so much. Michael Franklin, everyone! Fantastic headliner. Malaga, have we had a good time tonight?